Just a little. We'll get started now. It's Safety Mountain BFA. Let's start it out with your varsity cheerleader coach, Izzy DeVon.
Most importantly, you're role models for all these girls out here that are looking forward to being in the spot someday. You'll be missed, and thank you for all you've done for our common program. Thank you.
the senior night at Bell's Free Academy, home of the BFA Bobwhites and Comets, presenting the District CVU Redhawks and your BFA Comets. Please remember there's no smoking anywhere on school grounds. And students are reminded they must stay in the building during the game or lose their ability to re-enter the process once they leave. BFA and CVU remind participants and spectators to require to behave in a respectful manner. Sportsmanship and safe playing environments are top priorities for all of on-school sponsored activities. This is especially true with respect to a person's race, gender, sexual orientation, religion, national origin, ethnic differences, or disability. Any violation of the game or in the stands can result in these stoppages and extra forfeits. Let's work together to ensure a positive, supportive, and healthy learning environment for everyone involved. We hope you enjoy your stay here as our guest. We ask all spectators to please stay off the playing floor until the two teams have finished their post-game handshakes. Let's get started with the starting line. First for the CVU Redhawks. At starting senior number 3, Meryl Jacobs. At starting sophomore number 4, Zoe McDad. At starting senior number 11, Lee Gerser. At junior number 15, Lauren Bond. And at fourth, the senior number 22, Samara Ashuri. Entering the Redhawks number Hartley, assisted by Emily Kinnison and Dick Carlson. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it your feet, put your hands together for the starting lineup for your BFA Comet. At starting number 3, senior Laura Johnson.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Northwest Access TV's presentation of Franklin County girls basketball. My name is Bryce Batchelder, and tonight we are at BFA St. Albans for senior night as the Comets host the Redhawks from Champlain Valley Union. Before we get to starters, this broadcast would not be possible without our community partners. Thank you to Northwestern Rehab Services, Sticks and Stuff and Swanton Lumber, Northwest Counseling and Support Services, Afterglow, Stone's Auto Repair, St. Albans, East Fairfield, Notch, Vermont, JC Image, Union Bank, and the Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Center. If your business would like to support the efforts of Northwest Access TV to help broadcast live games of Franklin County athletes, contact 802-782-8676. And here are your starters for this evening. First, for the visiting Redhawks, number 3, Merrill Jacobs. Number 4, Zoe McNabb. Jacobs gets the scoring started early. First points of the game. Number 11, Elise Berger. 15, Lauren Vaughn. And 22, Samara Ashu. Redhawks are coached by Oot Audley. And for the Comets, three-pointer, no good for number 3, Lauren Johnson. Number 11, Tessa Sweeney. Number 14, Shelby Lawrence. Number 23, Alyssa Boudreau. And number 25, Ruby Desaro. The Comets are coached by Shane Garso. As I mentioned, senior night here in St. Albans. A 3-ball for Merrill Jacobs. She has all 5 points in the game so far. CVU up early, 5-0. Not even a minute gone by. Another 3 attempt from Lauren Johnson. That one no good, rebounded by Jacobs. Ball off of Zoe McNabb. Will turn over to the Comets. As I said, senior night here at BFA, so all 5 starters this evening for the Comets are seniors. Turnover, picked off by Merrill Jacobs. CVU coming quickly the other way. Going around the horn, 3-pointer, no good for Jacobs. Her first miss of the evening. Lauren Johnson bringing the ball up for the Comets. Finds the gap in zone. Can't connect on the pass out to the 3-point line. Elise Berger gets her hand in there, now has the ball up top. CVU did a wonderful job picking apart BFA zone right there, but misses the shot. Desaro with the ball over to Sweeney. Sweeney, a pass to Lawrence, kicks it out, back up top to Desaro. No good on the 3-ball. Offensive rebound from Johnson. Loose ball on the ground. We'll get a jump ball possession, Comets. CVU pretty dominant this season. They come in with an overall record of 16-1. They're 11-1 and ranked number 1 in the Metro Division. In fact, they are ranked number 1 in all of Division I girls basketball. Comets, on the other hand, they are 10-8 overall, respectable record. They're 7-6 and currently 4th in the Metro Division. They are ranked number 8 in Division I, so right now holding on to a home playoff game. But just barely, as Brattleboro also 10-8. So these last couple of games certainly determine playoff seeding. We'll have our first foul of the day. Called on BFA number 11, Tessa Sweeney. That's her first, team's first in the first quarter. Cross-court pass, 3-pointer, up and good for Zoe McNabb. Her first points of the game. CVU with an 8-0 lead. Just about 3 minutes gone by in the first. BFA yet to connect on a shot. Good hustle by Desaro to keep the ball in the front court. Shot no good for Lawrence. CVU ball down low, kicks it back at the 3-point line. Corner 3 once again for McNabb, nails it. McNabb, 2 threes in a row. She has 6 points. CVU up 11-0. We're gonna get a timeout called by Coach Garso. And the Comets with 4:40 left in the first quarter.
give you all the details in just a bit so you can compare reports to Bobwhites. Let's hear it for your comments.
Coming back out of the timeout, 4:40 to go in the first quarter. CVU jumping out to a red-hot start for the Redhawks. A little bit of wordplay in case you didn't notice. Up 11-0 on the Comets. Comets looking for their first basket, shifting CVU's defense around. Lafferty kicks it out to DeSaro. DeSaro loses the ball, somehow pushes it to Johnson on the low block, kicks it back out to the corner. Three-pointer for Lafferty, no good. Here comes McNabb, she's had the hot hand. Misses the shot, but draws the foul. She'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Comet foul on number 23, Alyssa Boudreau. That's her first, team second. McNabb hits the first. We're late in the season, hopefully everybody has picked up on the rule changes this year, but if not, I'll say them again, at least for posterity's sake. Team fouls reset now after each quarter instead of the half. So McNabb goes 2 for 2 from the line. She has 8 points, CVU up 13-0. 5 team fouls is now the bonus limit, and bonus free throws are now automatically 2 shots. No more 1-and-1s. Halfway through the first quarter, CVU up 13-0. 3-pointer up for Ruby DeSaro. Too strong, but hit Lauren Johnson right there for the offensive rebound. She's working hard down there. One of the shortest players on the floor. Had the ball knocked away from her, but she didn't give up on it. She draws a foul. She'll get 2 free throws. CVU foul called on number 11, Elise Berger. Her first, team's first. Johnson misses the first. Johnson 0 for 2. Rebounded by Berger. Kicks it out to the 3-point line. 3, no good for McNabb. Hits the strap supporting the basket, which is out of play. Turns over to the Comets. CVU settling back into their 3-2 zone. Giving BFA some trouble so far. DeSaro kicks it out. Now passing around the 3-point line. Lafferty in trouble. Gives it to Boudreau. And we'll have another CVU foul. That one called on number 21, Grace Thompson. Her first, team second. Harrison just gets the ball inbounded to Jade Garceau, who is fouled. She'll have 2 free throws. Again, trying to get the Comets on the board for the first time tonight. CVU foul on number 21, Grace Thompson. That's her second, team's third. Garceau misses the first. Goes 0 for 2. BFA still scoreless. 3:15 left in the first quarter. Ball down low, kicks it out to the 3-point line. McNabb in the corner, gonna drive. Somehow splits the defense, throws up a wild shot. Offensive rebound by Montgomery, but she's called for the travel down low. Comet Basketball. DeSaro bringing up the ball for the Comets. Good ball movement here by BFA, although almost picked off by Berger. Trying to shift CVU's defense any way they can. Three-pointer up, too strong for Lafferty. DeSaro tracks it down. Cadence Lafferty stuck. Now pass to Harrison. Harrison has the ball knocked away by Berger. Berger finds Parrish. Parrish misses. BFA trying to pick up the speed to DeSaro. DeSaro with a little pump fake. First points of the night for Ruby DeSaro. And the Comets now trailing 13-2, just under 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Comets can be called for a foul on the baseline trap. Foul called on number 23, Alyssa Boudreau. Her second, team's third. Down low to Berger. Berger to the corner to McNabb. McNabb stopped just outside the lane. Parrish trying to get the ball inside to Thompson. Knocked away, out of bounds. The call goes the Comets' way. Part of what's giving BFA some trouble right now is that CVU, while playing a 3-2 zone, they really extend it far beyond the three-point line. Their goal is to step into passing lanes. DeSaro's three-pointer, no good. Which is making it really hard for BFA to get into their offense. Getting that first pass to set things up. There's an oftentimes long arm of a CVU defender in the way. Jacobs and Bunting into the game for the Red Hawks. CVU inbounding the ball underneath the basket. Throws it in, somehow connects with Jacobs. That went through a few arms. Parrish kicks it up top to McNabb. McNabb looking around. Bunting. Entry pass down low. But Montgomery called for the travel on the low block. I think out of position, maybe a little bit further behind the basket than she thought she was. But credit the Comets defense for forcing a turnover. 30 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Lafferty up to Harrison. Harrison trying to get the pass to Garso at the high post, but CVU's defense, their arms getting in the passing lanes. Corner three, no good for Lafferty. McNabb comes out with the rebound for CVU. 2 seconds. Shot at the buzzer, good if it goes. Nails it, Merrill Jacobs at the buzzer. Give Jacobs 8 points, gives CVU the 16-2 lead after the first quarter.
Bobwhites basketball playdown is tomorrow night. Mount Anthony coming to town. It is a 7 o'clock game, of course, the JV game before that. It's very important the BPA breaks for
As we start the second quarter, again, this broadcast would not be possible without our community partners. Thank you to Northwestern Rehab Services, Sticks and Stuff and Swanton Lumber, Northwest Counseling and Support Services, Afterglow, Stone's Auto Repair, St. Albans East Fairfield, Notch, Vermont, JC Image, Union Bank, and the Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Center. If your business would like to support the efforts of Northwest Access TV to help broadcast live games of Franklin County athletes, contact 802-782-8676. CVU with a 16-2 lead at the start of the second quarter. Merrill Jacobs and Zoe McNabb with 8 points apiece for CVU. Ruby DeSaro with the lone basket for the Comets. DeSaro called for the travel. Jumped up and down without letting go of the ball. Berger bringing the ball up for CVU. Jacobs back to Berger. Closely guarded by Sweeney. Shoe over to Berger. Jovel had her pass picked off by Boudreau. Shovels it back to Garceau. Garceau electing not to use the screen from Boudreau, just passes it up top. Three-pointer, good for Ava Harrison. Her first points of the evening. BFA trailing 5-16, just over a minute gone by in the second quarter. Berger, backdoor pass to the opposite key to Merrill Jacobs, who can't finish the shot. But beautiful play set up by CVU. Jacobs just snuck right behind the BFA defense. Long two-pointer, no good for Vaughn. Hits the top support, out of bounds to the Comets. DeSaro using the screen from Tessa Sweeney, an effective one. Harrison, lucky to get the ball out of the trap. Back over to Harrison. BFA's pass is a lot crisper. Pays off on that possession. Jade Garceau with her first points. BFA back within single digits, trailing 7-16. They're on a 5-0 run here in the opening few minutes. Credit that to the announcer's jinx. As Caitlin Jovel hits a three. Her first basket. And CVU back up 19-7. Zava Harrison called for the travel. She's gotten caught on the sideline trap a couple times now, and a big part of that is Lauren Vaughn, who's playing the lower part of CVU's 3-2 zone, is stepping up off of the block outside the three-point line to set up that trap on the sideline, and it paid off for CVU that time. Three-pointer, no good for Jacobs. Good passing for CVU. Berger with a three-point attempt, no good. Ball still loose. Ruby DeSaro comes out with it. She can take it herself, goes over to the right side. Great adjustment. DeSaro gets it to roll in. She has 4 points. BFA trails 9-19. Just under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Sweeney attempted to step into the passing lane, just misses. Jacobs to Berger. Berger. There's that play again. This time Jacobs hits the basket, just slipped right behind the entire BFA defense. A great find from Berger. Go cross court to the opposite block. Lauren Vaughn with the block. And Tessa Sweeney gonna get caught reaching in for BFA's first team foul of the second quarter. Tessa Sweeney's second foul. 4:11 to go in the second quarter. McNabb, guarded by Boudreau. BFA just playing a straight man-to-man here on defense. Jacobs drives, kicks it out. Jacobs three-pointer, no good. Out of bounds despite the efforts of Ashu to keep it in. Comet ball. Lafferty back to Desaro. Desaro trying to get the entrance pass to Jade Garso. Knocked away. McNabb keeping it herself. Got that tough angle to work. She's now in double digits with 10 points. CVU up 23-9. CVU foul called on number 3, Merrill Jacobs. Her first, team's first of the second quarter. Johnson back into the game for BFA. And Desaro gonna get caught with the travel. Turns it back over to CVU. BFA back into a zone. Berger taking her time. Goes to the right side. Tries to connect on the baseline pass. There was a hand in there, but somehow the ball got through anyway. A loose ball, jump ball. This time, possession arrow points CVU's way. Three-pointer from the left side, no good for McNabb. Johnson trying to connect on the long pass. McNabb got a hand in there, but Ruby Desaro cleans it up. Desaro has 6 points. BFA trailing 11-23, 2.5 remaining in the second quarter. McNabb up top to Parrish, guarded by Lafferty. Over to Berger. Guarded by Garso. Berger will be called for the offensive foul, holding her elbow out there. Trying to clear some space as she's dribbling. Excuse me, not called on Berger, called on number 23, Alexandria Montgomery. That's her first, team second. Called on the screen. Corner three, no good for Garso. Rebounded by Montgomery. CVU pushes the pace. McNabb takes it all the way herself. Gets it to fall, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line for a bonus free throw. BFA foul called on number 23, Alyssa Boudreau. That's her third personal. Team second. So Boudreau going to take a seat. Ava Harrison checks in for her. Like likely won't see Boudreaux again until the second half. McNabb earns the traditional three-point play. She has 13 points, literally half of CVU's points. CVU's up 26-11, 1:47 to go until halftime. Tesaro splits the D, pulls up from the free throw line. There it is. She now has 8 points. Not to be outdone, Montgomery gets her first basket of the evening. CVU back up 28-13. 1:15 left in the second quarter. Good passing by the Comets. Harrison's three-pointer no good. But those are the kind of looks they're trying to find, shifting the defense with some quick passing. Harrison with some excellent defense herself, forcing the jump ball. Possession arrow, Comets. CVU now in a 1-3-1 zone. So look for more trapping than they were even doing before. But Tesaro, unlucky with the bounce. Impressed that she got the shot up cleanly at all. Ava Harrison with the offensive rebound, and she draws the foul. CVU foul called on number 11, Elise Berger. That's her second. Team's third. 46 seconds to go. Harrison tried the old pass off the back of the defender, but couldn't get the return quote-unquote pass back to her. McNabb with the baseline drive, puts it in. She has 15 points. CVU up 30-13, 20 seconds to go. Tesaro caught in the trap, but gets it out to Lafferty. Lafferty down to Harrison. Up to Harrison. Now, Ruby Tesaro in the corner, nails the three. Ruby Tesaro in double digits with 11 points, 2 seconds. Good if it goes, it does. Harris with her first points. CVU now hitting 2 buzzer beaters at the end of each quarter. Going into halftime up 12-16. Before we send it to halftime, a special message from NCSS. Over the last 4 years, Northwestern Counseling and Support Services has been in partnership with the Afterglow Foundation, working to prevent suicide deaths in our community. If you are concerned about yourself or a loved one, there are people in our community that can help. Reach out to NCSS 24 hours a day on our confidential emergency services line, 802-524-6554, then press 1. Or you can always dial 988. One call could save a life. So at the half, CVU up on the Comets on senior night by a score of 32-16. We'll be back in a few moments with the second half.
Bobwhite hockey goalie Deacon Bradford is the dominated player of the week by the Pros of Free Press. If you need to vote, so go to the Pros of Free Press website and vote for Deacon Bradford as player of the week. Give us support. If you can get to the website, if you can. If you don't want your friends to go vote with, it's just Deacon Bradford, the player of the week for the Pros of Free Press. So we're going to play that basketball tomorrow night on Anthony Douglas Cam. It is 7 o'clock. So the game on that game. Also, EPA waiting for entry. $10 for adults, $5 for seniors, and $5 for students. If you remember that, it's such a lot of
Welcome back to BFA St. Albans. You're watching Northwest Access TV. I'm Bryce Batchelder. Comets trailing the CVU Redhawks on senior night, 16-32. Before we jump into action, this broadcast would not be possible without our community partners. Thank you to Northwestern Rehab Services, Sticks and Stuff and Swan Lumber, Northwest Counseling and Support Services, Afterglow, Stone's Auto Repair, St. Albans East Fairfield, Notch, Vermont, JC Image Union Bank, and the Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Center. If your business would like to support the efforts of Northwest Access TV to help broadcast live games of Franklin County athletes, contact 802-782-8676. CVU so far showing us why they are the juggernaut in girls basketball with a 16-1 overall record. The #1 ranked in both the Metro Division and in D1 overall. BFA with a 10-8 record, and that's the way to start the second half. Jade Garso now has 4 points. BFA trailing 18-32. Some scoring leaders, Zoe McNabb, who has the ball right now, leading her team with 15 points. Meryl Jacobs with 10. For BFA, Ruby DeSaro with 11 points. Jade Garza with 4 and Ava Harrison with 3. Long three, no good for Jacobs, rebounded by DeSaro. She's giving it herself a little Euro step with the left hand, can't get the layup to go, but a decent look. Berger pass over to McNabb, trying to go down low to Vaughn, just off Vaughn's fingertips. Back to the Comets. The only fouling situation of note, Alyssa Boudreau for BFA with 3 personals. No one else has more than 2. BFA turns it over. Berger connects with McNabb. McNabb across the lane, bounce pass to Jacobs, who's fouled. She'll go to the line for 2 free throws. BFA foul on number 12, Cadence Lafferty. That's her first, team's first of the third quarter. Meryl Jacobs hits the front end. And the back end to match. She has 12 points. CVU up 34-18. Oh, what a find. Alyssa Boudreau to Jade Garso down low. CVU up 36-20. Corner 3, just short for Lafferty. Berger hits the bucket. We'll get a timeout called by BFA. CVU up 38-20 with 5:44 to go in the third quarter.
Take a look at the hockey schedule going on. Comets home tomorrow night. It should be Wednesday night versus Taking Blades at the 7 o'clock at Boston Sports Center. If the Bobwhites play on Wednesday night too, they're going to be at White 5:45 at Boston, ranked number 1. Finale of the regular season for both the Comets and Bobwhites are.
Well, we're in a timeout. I want to take this opportunity to let you know that Northwest Access TV is looking for part-time videographers. If you're interested in media production and recording other community events, please check out the Jobs tab at northwestaccess.tv for more information. Training can be provided for the right candidate. Ben Chipinelli, our videographer this evening. You know what? That could be you too. Sorrow trying to go to her left. Ends up getting fouled by number 3, Meryl Jacobs. Her second personal. First team foul of the third quarter. That one off the foot of Jacobs. You know, that kick made Tessa Sweeney have to run all the way over to the other side of the court, so I'm gonna call that a tactical kick by Jacobs. Good on her. Playing chess while the rest of us are playing checkers. DeSaro launches the 3. That one just short to the right. Berger, good pass to Meryl Jacobs. Jacobs gonna drive. Yes, the unlucky bounce, and Ruby DeSaro with the rebound. Hustling the other way. Gonna pull up. Jump shot no good, but offensive rebound. No good again, another offensive rebound from Boudreaux. But the pass picked off. CVU coming out the other end. Good awareness from Jacobs to hit Lauren Vaughn. Down on the block, wide open. Vaughn's first points of the evening. CVU up 40-20. 4:45 to go in the third quarter. Zoe McNabb jumping into the passing lane. Knocks it out of bounds. Johnson inbounding to DeSaro. Goes to her left, met with a trap. Ava Harrison quickly stops, tried to go to her left. Harrison thought about the 3, pulls up from the baseline, short. That shot no good. Hit a basket support, which is out of play. Back to CVU. Jacobs down low, splits the defenders. Again, getting an unlucky bounce. Ref's gonna hit Meryl Jacobs with the offensive foul on the rebound. That is Jacobs' third personal foul. Team second, 4:08 to go in the third quarter. DeSaro up to Johnson. Johnson connects with Garso. Back to DeSaro, trying to go baseline. CVU's defense right there. DeSaro's pass almost picked off. Loose ball on the ground, picked up by Johnson. DeSaro for 3, no good. Harrison's right there on the opposite side for the offensive rebound. Lawrence out to Harrison. Harrison gets the ball down low to Garso, who's fouled. The ball did everything it could to try to drop in, but unlucky roll. But either way, Jade Garso going to the line for 2 free throws. CVU fouled by number 12, Rose Bunting. That's her first, team's third. Garso misses the first. For 2 from the line. Berger ends up tracking down the offensive rebound, or offensive, excuse me, just the defensive rebound. Berger to Jovel. Jovel gonna go up with it. Tough angle, but somehow gets it to go. She has 5 points. CVU now up 22 by 22. They're up 42 to 20. Harrison launches the 3, no good. And jump ball. No, they're gonna call a foul. Foul called on BFA number 3, Lauren Johnson. Her first, team second. Parrish stepped on the line. Turns over to BFA. Trying to connect with Garso down low. Thompson stepped in front. Got a jump ball. Big Comet ball this time. Sorrow bring the ball up, finds Harrison in the corner. She's gonna launch a 3. That one too strong. Jade Garso just flipping that one over her shoulder. And in, she has 8 points. Rose Bunting right on the other end. Quickly gets it to fall, and she's fouled. So she'll go to the line for an extra free throw. BFA foul on number 14, Shelby Lawrence. That's her first. Team's third. 2:14 to go in the third quarter. Rose Bunting completes the 3-point play. CVU up 45 to 22. Just about 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Jade Garso's been slipping behind the CVU defense. Looks wide open down on the block for just a moment, but CVU's defense crashes on that quickly. Johnson in the corner. Up top to Harrison. Harrison trying to go down low. Jade Garso pass just out of reach. Goes out of bounds. Red Hawk basketball. Three-pointer up for Parrish. No good. Ruby DeSaro with the rebound. Kicks it out to Johnson. Johnson dribbles in and stopped. Back to DeSaro. Great defense from Grace Thompson. But CVU turns it back over to DeSaro. Somehow, Sarah with 13 points. She is so good at maneuvering between defenders on the drive, sort of towards her body, and gets herself in position to slip by everybody. Sarah shot too long, but Johnson with the offensive rebound. Jacobs and McNabb enter the game once again for CVU. 53 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And Ella Dunnigan, the sophomore, in for the Comets for the first time. Pass picked off by Zoe McNabb. Finds a cutting Bunting. Misses the layup. CVU foul called on number 12. Rose Bunting, that's her third. A bit of confusion about who the call was on. But that is CVU's 5th team foul, so. Ella Dunnigan has 2 bonus free throws, hits the first one. Second. Dunnigan has 2 points. BFA trailing 26-45. 38 seconds left in the quarter. Jacobs with Thompson. McNabb to Jovell. Jovell has the ball stolen by Harrison. Harrison's gonna pull up on the backboard. Harrison's first points. BFA trailing 28-45. 10 seconds. The shot from McNabb, no good. 1 second. And Johnson's just gonna hold it. After 3, the Comets trailing the Redhawks on senior night by a score of 28-45. At the start of the fourth quarter, BFA trailing CVU 28-45. Scoring leaders for the game for the Redhawks. Zoe McNabb leading her team with 15 points. Meryl Jacobs with 14. For BFA, Ruby DeSaro with 13. And Jade Garso with 8. Foul situation, Rose Bunting and Meryl Jacobs both with 3 personals for CVU. And Alyssa Boudreau, the only player with 3 personals for BFA. BFA with some aggressive defense. Gets the steal, Ruby DeSaro. Again, just gets by a bunch of players. Looks like some contact, no call. CVU the other way. Berger picks up the ball before it goes out of bounds and nails the baseline jumper. Elise Berger with 4 points. CVU up 47-28. Jade Garso misses the layup. Gets her own rebound, kicks it out to Sweeney. Her shot off. Tessa Sweeney stuck with it. Her and And Samara Ashu with a tough jump ball. Comets keep possession. Lafferty in the corner, up to Desaro. Desaro drives to her right, finds Garso at the high post, kicks it out to Sweeney. Up to Lafferty. Desaro now swinging the ball the other way. Finds Boudreaux, kicks it back out. Corner three for Jade Garso. Three-pointer no good, but we are going to get an away from the ball foul called on BFA. Called on number 25, Ruby Desaro. That's her first, team's first. BFA now putting on a full court press. CVU breaks it. And going to set up their half-court offense. BFA playing a man-to-man defense. Jacobs can drive down the lane. Misses the layup, but draws the foul. BFA foul on number 11, Tessa Sweeney. That's her third, team second. Jacobs hits the first. Jacobs goes 1 for 2, now has 15 points with a long offensive rebound to McNabb. So CVU an opportunity for more points here. They're up 48-28, just under 6 minutes to go in the game. BFA foul called on number 11, Tessa Sweeney. That is her fourth personal, team's third. Coach Garso electing to keep Tessa Sweeney in the game. McNabb pulls up from three, no good. Loose ball somehow gets back to McNabb. Ashu was jumping up and down on the block, but she was open. Jacobs on the left side now up top. Vaughn drives baseline. Drags her pivot foot and turns it over to the Comets. Johnson in the corner. Back to Desaro in the corner. Puts up the three. That one bounces off. Rebounded by Zoe McNabb. McNabb having a heck of a game, the sophomore, with 15 points. CVU now up 50-28. Rebound to Jacobs. McNabb going baseline. She's fouled. BFA foul on number 25, Ruby Desaro. That's her second, team's fourth. CVU has yet to commit a foul this quarter. Elise Berger with the last 4 points for CVU. She now has 8 points on the night. CVU up 52-28. Long pass. a shoe. Got a hand on it, knocks it out of bounds. Long cross-court pass, three-pointer good for Emma Harrison. The freshman, she has 5 points. Comets trailing 31-52, halfway through the fourth quarter. Shot from Jacobs, no good. Desaro finds a cutting Lawrence, who will go to the line for 2 free throws. CVU foul on number 15, Lauren Vaughn. That's her first, team's first. Lawrence hits the first free throw, her first point of the game. Take this moment to recognize the seniors here for BFA on senior night. Lauren Johnson, Tessa Sweeney, Shelby Lawrence, Alyssa Boudreau, and Ruby Desaro. Seniors in this program. Congratulations to all of them on their basketball careers here at BFA St. Albans. Lawrence goes 1 for 2 from the line. Desaro steals it back. Back up to Lawrence, back to Desaro. In the corner, Harrison. CVU unrelenting in their defense even. Up this big toward the end of the game. Forces the turnover. McNabb connects with Parrish. Parrish stops at the block, kicks it out to Bunting. Shot no good. Desaro ends up with it. Corner 3 up again. And no good for Harrison. Jovel, pass up to McNabb. Parrish. Montgomery goes down low to Bunting. Bunting's shot falls. Bunting has 5 points. CVU up 54-32. Desaro uses the screen, gonna pull up from the free throw line. Shot no good, rebounded by Bunting. McNabb running the break once again, finds a wide open Montgomery, who doesn't convert on the layup. And Coach Garceau gonna take a timeout with 2:15 to go in the fourth quarter. CVU up 54-32. Back in action. Corner, Lauren Johnson nails the 3, her first points of the evening. BFA trailing 35-54, 2 minutes to go in the game, barring a dramatic comeback from the Comets. Out of bounds, stays with CVU. Tessa Sweeney gets the steal. Passes to Johnson. Johnson opposite block. Boudreau will go to the line for 2 free throws. CVU foul on number 12, Rose Bunting, that's her 4th personal. Team 2nd. Alyssa Boudreau misses her 1st free throw. Boudreau goes 1 for 2. Her first point of the game. Comets trailing 36-54. Forces the turnover. Boudreau out to Johnson. Finds Lawrence down low. Lawrence converts. She has 3 points. Comets trail 38-54. 1:20 to go in the game. CVU taking their time with the ball up top. Boudreau trying to force the turnover here. Sweeney gets her hands in the passing lane. Knocks the ball out of bounds, but will stay with CVU. Given away from the ball, foul. Called on BFA number 23, Alyssa Boudreau. That's her 4th personal. Team's 5th. And so CVU now in the bonus for the remaining 59 seconds of the game. Zoe McNabb at the line for 2 shots. Hits the first. BFA making a wholesale change. The crowd giving the seniors their due as they exit the court for the last time in the regular season. A nice gesture by both Coach Garceau and the Comet faithful here in the stands. McNabb misses. Offensive rebound to CVU. 3-ball no good, but Parrish tracked it down herself. Kept the possession alive. 40 seconds to go. And if results hold for the remaining 30 seconds of this game, CVU will improve to 17-1 overall, 12-1 in the Metro Division. The Comets will fall to 10-9 overall and 7-7 in the Metro. CVU passing around, letting the clock run out on this senior night here for the Comets. Again, to recognize the Comet seniors, Lauren Johnson, Tessa Sweeney, Shelby Lawrence, Alyssa Boudreau, Ruby DeSaro. Unlucky this evening against CVU, but congratulations to them once again on their careers. As CVU comes out with the 55-38 victory. Let us thank our sponsors. This broadcast would not be possible without our community partners. Thank you to Northwestern Rehab Services, Sticks and Stuff and Swanton Lumber, Northwest Counseling and Support Services, Afterglow, Stones Auto Repair, St. Albans East Fairfield, Notch Vermont, JC Image, Union Bank, and the Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Center. If your business would like to support the efforts of Northwest Access TV to help broadcast live games of Franklin County athletes, contact 802-782-8676. And a special message from NCSS. Over the last 4 years, Northwestern Counseling and Support Services has been in partnership with the Afterglow Foundation, working to prevent suicide deaths in our community. If you are concerned about yourself or a loved one, there are people in our community that can help. Reach out to NCSS 24 hours a day on our confidential emergency services line, 802-524-6554, then press 1. Or you can always dial 988. One call could save a life. Some last scoring leaders from the game for CVU. Zoe McNabb led all players in the game with 16 points. Merrill Jacobs with 15 and Elise Berger with 8. And for the Comets, Ruby DeSaro led her team with 13. Jade Garceau chipping in 8 and Emma Harrison with 5. Again, CVU coming out with the 55-38 victory over the Comets. My name is Bryce Batchelder. Thank you to Ben Chipinelli, our videographer on site. And thank you for watching Northwest Access TV. Reminder that we're going to have both boys basketball playoff games tomorrow night, both at BFA and MVU. So whichever team you support, make sure to tune in to our YouTube page. We'll have them live on air. Thank you all so much and have a great night.